watching World Cup Weekly. I'm Bianca Santos. World Cup Weekly hasn't been weekly for a really long time, years, a matter of fact. So I just wanted to really make a long story short as to the reasons why. Leading up to World Cup South Africa, I created World Cup Weekly, and it was just really fun for me. I had a really great time. It opened lots of doors, amazing opportunities that culminated with me being in South Africa for World Cup. It was a dream come true. At the end of South Africa, I was just like, oh my goodness, World Cup in Brazil is going to be the ultimate. It's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be better. It's my hometown. I signed up for every Google alert related to World Cup because I just wanted to dive in headfirst, know everything about it. My balloon burst really quick. Each Google alert every day was tragic. I mean, numbers aside, financial costs aside, we all knew that the initial numbers were just working budgets. I mean, they have doubled. People are outraged. People have gone out in millions in Brazil to protest. But for me, the most tragic cost has been the human cost. People losing their homes, people losing their livelihoods, people losing their lives building a stadium. To me, that takes all the joy out of the jogo bonito, end of story. How can I put a positive spin on that? And so I put World Cup Weekly to rest. Like, FIFA has spoiled it, the politics in Brazil have spoiled it, and I just can't really get fully behind it. One thing I have noticed, sharing all of the tragedies leading up to World Cup on my Facebook, is that people don't really care. And it's really sad, and it really breaks my heart. They care at a very small level, but at the end of the day, just want to watch a great show. And so 9 days from now, Brazil will finally get to host the World Cup again after 64 years. They lost to Uruguay in the final. This is their chance at redemption. Thursday, June 12th at 3 or 4 o'clock, Brazil faces Croatia. Croatia's only ever been at World Cup 3 times before, but their very first show was in 1998. And they beat Germany 3-0, and they were, you know, amazing in that World Cup. That generation has passed. I don't really believe that, you know, history proves that you'll do necessarily well in a World Cup. But Croatia has the advantage in this match for sure. Nothing but a win is acceptable for Brazil, especially in the opening match. Your team, Brazil, has to win. Everything is on the line. Brazil has enormous pressure on them to perform, and they have to perform amazingly to put some of the unrest to bed. I mean, they won't do it completely, but if they lose, it will be mayhem. So Croatia has to seize that opportunity that Brazil is under enormous pressure. And World Cup, this tournament is a tournament unlike any other because it's not just about a sum of all talents. It is a mind game. You have to know how to cope with the expectations. You have to know how to cope with the pressures. And the perfect example of that is World Cup in South Africa. Lionel Messi was the undisputed best player in the world, and he could not score a single goal. The guy choked on a major level. So the same goes to the seleção. Everyone's like, oh, it's home turf. You know, they're hosting the World Cup. Of course they're gonna do well. Croatia isn't that much of a threat. I beg to differ. There is a lot riding. There is a lot of pressure. Their bus has already been pelted. People are already protesting. There is a lot of pressure for them to perform, and I think this will be a key game to see how well they do under pressure. So, in my opinion, all things considered, I think this game will end in a draw, which is not good. And I think there will be a lot of criticism. I'm really excited to see, you know, all the fanfare, the protests. I'm excited to see Sepp Blatter and Dilma Rousseff get booed because they did at Confederation Cup, and I think World Cup is going to be no different. So there will be a lot of sideshows going along with the main show, and it'll be interesting to see who grabs most of the spotlight. Like I've said, I've been really vocal and active on my Facebook. I hope you'll join me on my Facebook. Share with me your predictions, whether you agree or not if Neymar is going to be, you know, the hero of this major novela or not, or if you're like me, where you think they're going to crack under pressure. Also join me on Twitter, and I will try to upload before the start of the tournament some vlogs wrapping up the groups and who I think will do well and come out of the group stage and who I think might be the ultimate winner. I don't think you can predict this early, but I'll just put it out there and see if I'm right. Thank you for watching. It's gonna be a wild ride, but you couldn't expect anything different from Brazil, right? Ciao, gente! And my balloon busted really. Busted?
Burst.
Burst. My balloon bursted really.
Burst.